back to our channel for another video. Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and I want to share with you guys some of the fun, festive books that we have been reading in our home this Thanksgiving season. We love to read in our home, and I want to share some of our favorites with you. Now, I'm not going to be able to share all of them because we read a lot of books, but I do want to share some of our favorites. So grab a cozy spot in your home, get you a cup of coffee or a warm cup of tea, and let's talk all things books. The first book that I want to share with you guys today is Taylor the Thankful Turkey. This is about a little turkey named Taylor, and on Thanksgiving Day, he goes around to all of his friends in the neighborhood and shares with them how grateful he is for each of them. And at the end of the story, there's a big surprise for Taylor. Now, this is written by Sonica Ellis. And she has a wonderful little author's note in the front where she is so appreciative of you purchasing her book and reading her book. And I will have to say that we have enjoyed this book in our home this year. For Taylor the Thankful Turkey, here's just a few of the pages with him. So this one's great for kiddos. I will try to link all of these books that I'm going to speak about today down in the description box below. So if you guys are interested in any of these books, you can just click the link and it'll take you straight to the website to purchase the book. But yeah, this is Taylor the Thankful Turkey, and we enjoyed this one a lot. The next book that I want to share with you guys is called Thanksgiving in the Woods. Now, we have had this book for several years and we have loved it. This is actually based on a true story of a family in upstate New York who every year they go out and they have Thanksgiving in the woods with their friends and family. And this book describes everything associated with that, how this family prepares for Thanksgiving in the woods, how the kids and their cousins get into all the different activities related to this, and how the community ultimately comes out and spends Thanksgiving with this family. It is such a lovely book based on just gratefulness, thankfulness, being with your loved ones during this season, and just having the attitude of gratitude. And I'm going to read the description on the back. It says, every year a family and their friends gather in the woods to celebrate Thanksgiving among the trees. Everyone brings something to share, and the day becomes a long celebration of family, faith, and friendship. This picture book includes warm illustrations of people gathered around bonfires and long tables adorned with candles and food, singing songs, and sharing laughter. I actually really want to do this in my life. Like, this would be fantastic if we all did this. How exciting would that be for our kiddos? But yeah, it's a really great idea that this family in New York started. And I want to show you guys just a quick flip through of this book just because the illustrations are wonderful. So this is when they're preparing Thanksgiving in the woods. And it shows the bonfire and how everyone is just enjoying each other with their cousins. It's really well done. This is fantastic. Next up is Over the River and Through the Woods. Now, this is a Thanksgiving poem by Lydia Marie Child, and it's the poem that she wrote. And so it gives like an older time feel to this story, into this poem, and it just talks about having Thanksgiving with your family. But it just has a bit of an older feel to it. It's really well done, and it's just kind of like a classic Thanksgiving book that you could share with your kiddos this year. At the very end, it has the poem and the music that goes with it. Okay, next one is There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Turkey. Now, if you are familiar with any of these books about this old lady, this book is hilarious. Our kids love all of these books related to the different holidays that they do. Scholastic puts these books out And it's really funny, and it's a really fun way to look at the season and to look at the holidays. But yes, this is one of our favorites in our home. We have a lot of these old lady books. But yeah, so this is just a one that we keep around and that the kids love to read. They're always laughing by the end of it. And yeah, so this is one of our favorites. Okay, so I know this is a video on Thanksgiving Read Alouds, but I had to put this one in. It is so cute. This is A Very Big Fall by Emmy Kastner. And this is just a book about these leaves who are changing color and eventually falling off of the trees, and just how their different reactions to the different changes in their lives affects them. So I'm going to read a brief summary of it. It says, life as a leaf is pretty sweet for birch, oak, and maple. The breezes are pleasant and the view is wonderful, but then the air turns crisp and the squirrels warn of bigger changes to come. New colors and an actual fall. The leaves each face what's to come on their own way. Oak is nervous, birch can't wait, and maple is grumpy. But will the fall be the end or a new beginning? Find out in this charming and reassuring story about finding joy in change. And that is a great summary for this book. It is just really cute. It's really funny. My kids enjoyed this so much. And it's one of our favorites that we've been reading for several years now. So there's that one, and I know that it's not Thanksgiving related, but it's fall related, and I had to share it because we love it. Next up on Read Alouds, I could not leave these books out, and these are the Berenstain Bears. I know some of you say Berenstain, some of you say Berenstain. I've always said Berenstain. Let me know in the comments down below which way you say it. I've said Berenstain from a very young age, so that's the way it's going to stay with me. But we have a ton of these books. They have the greatest little lessons in them and scripture, and they're just always fun to read. And so we have a lot of Thanksgiving ones actually, and fall Berenstain Bear books, but I picked these three because these are really good. This is Thanksgiving All Around. And this is the Berenstain Bears Give Thanks. And then the Berenstain Bears Thanksgiving Blessings. Now, each of these is a little bit different, but ultimately it's about gathering together with their families for Thanksgiving. And of course, Brother and Sister Bear are always going to learn a lesson in each of these books. But at the very end, what I love, this one's actually like a flip book, like a, what's it called? What are those books called? Lift the Flap book. So this is fun always for the kids, how they like to lift the flap and see what's underneath. So this one is a really cute one for that. I think this is our newest one. But at the end of these books, you're always going to have like a questions and answers activity from Brother and Sister Bear. And it just has the questions that you can go over with your kiddos. And it tells you like some reminders of things that you can do in your community and in your family to just spread thankfulness and gratitude. And so we always do the questions. Our kids always have the greatest little answers. And I really just love how they have the scripture in the front of the book. So this one is Psalm 92:1. It says, "It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord." And that it is. So we love the Berenstain Bears. We have a ton of those books. But they're just always, like, it's like they never go old. And it doesn't really matter what age your kiddos are. Now, granted, when my kids, become teenagers, I don't know if they're going to be interested in this. But my 8-year-old loves them, my 5-year-old, and my 2-year-old with her quick attention span, her fast leaving attention span. She doesn't really sit around for read alouds, but she's kind of in and out. But yeah, so we love the Berenstain Bears. Okay, next up, honorable mention. It's not a Thanksgiving book, but it is a fall book, and this is called The Leaf Thief. Now, we found this book a couple of years ago. None of these books are new to our library. This one, y'all, is so cute. It's about this little squirrel, and he wakes up one morning to find that all the leaves are falling, they're leaving, and he thinks that someone is stealing all of his leaves. And this little bird has to come to his rescue and kind of gently guide him and tell him nobody is stealing your leaves, but I'll let you get this book and see how it ends. It's really cute. But my kids, I would say this is one of their favorite fall books to read. When we read this for the first time, they were like, Mama, can we please read it again? And so, of course, we read it again. And I think we ended up reading it like 3 or 4 times that day. So it was really cute. And then at the end, it has a little saying about the real leaf thief and how when autumn comes, all of these different things happen. So it kind of, incorporates a bit of science into the book also. And it just says, squirrel is so confused. Yesterday there were lots of beautiful leaves on his tree, but today some of the leaves were missing and they must have been stolen, which means there's a leaf thief on the loose. This is a delightfully funny story of one squirrel's enormous surprise at the inevitable change of the seasons. It's really good, really cute book. Another honorable mention, not a Thanksgiving related book, but it is a fall book. So fall and Thanksgiving, autumn, it kind of all melds together, I think. But this is Fall Leaves by Loretta Holland. And this is a really good book that you could incorporate into your science for this season. It talks about all things related to this season, the falling of the leaves, the temperature changes, snow, how the birds fly south for the winter, how the flowers leave. It just talks about all of the things related to this part of the season. The sun leaves. And then it tells you it's an activity how to make leaf prints. So it tells you how to do this. If you don't know how to do it, it's right here at the end of the book. So it's really just a cute book to incorporate into your homeschool or just your home for this season. Just a nice book to cuddle up with your kiddos at night and snuggle with them and read them a good book. Okay, last book, guys. I actually found this book from another YouTube homeschooling mom several years ago. And I got the book and we read it to my then probably 5-year-old. And I will have to say that some of the illustrations in this book are a little scary, if you will. But the story in this book it's really good. I will say that. Hiawatha and the Peacemaker. This is written by Robbie Robertson. This is a true story based around the Iroquois tribe, which is located in Canada, New York area. Let me just read you the summary. Okay, it says, Hiawatha is a brave Mohawk warrior who lost his family in battle and wants revenge against the evil chief who has provoked fighting among the 5 Iroquois tribes. But then one day the Peacemaker appears. He is a prophet who wishes to unite the warring tribes. He chooses Hiawatha to help him communicate his message of peace, a new law that will not only change the ways of the Iroquois people forever, but also transform Hiawatha's own mind and heart. Musical icon Robbie Robertson shares this powerful story, which is passed down to him as part of the North American Indian oral tradition. And David Shannon brings the journey of Hiawatha and the Peacemaker to life with stunning oil paintings and vivid attention to detail. It's an amazing story. It's a story about anger, resentment, and ultimately forgiveness and love, and how a people can come together amongst their differences and fighting and violence, and they can come together and coexist. And at the end of the story, I want to show you guys the picture that's a little bit, it's this right here. But ultimately, what it represents, let me get to the other one, it's this one right here. What it ultimately represents is just evil. It's evil versus good, and how good ultimately conquers evil in the end. And it's there for a reason, but I just wanted to kind of forewarn you, if you kind of open it up and are reading it to your children, just kind of, maybe it's geared for maybe a little bit older, maybe 7, 8, 9. My 5-year-old was a little taken aback by the picture. But what I wanted to show you was it has this historical note, which is amazing. It talks about the story and how it's a real story that was passed down through the years from the Iroquois tribe. And then it has acknowledgments. And then this is a really good read. This is the author's note. So this is how he came to know the story, and how the story passed down, and how he was actually in a history class and they got the story wrong, and he never told his teacher until now. And it says that when he wrote the book was when he finally told everybody that the story that he had heard in his history class that he had learned was ultimately the wrong story. So I thought that that was really neat, and I think this has a very good symbolism also to just the Bible and Jesus, and how he's the peacemaker, how he can bring us all together despite our differences, and how forgiveness and love and goodness can truly conquer evil. And so this is a fantastic book, guys. Maybe if you wanted to read it to your 5-year-old who may not understand it, honestly, just don't show them that picture, because it was a little much for my 5-year-old. But other than that, it's an excellent book. So that is going to be all today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that I gave you some suggestions on good read alouds for your Thanksgiving season. It's right around the corner. I hope you're all getting ready for it and getting prepared. But if you liked this video, give us a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below what books you love reading to your family during this fall season. And if you like our content, subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you as part of our community. And I hope you guys have a blessed day, and happy homeschooling. We'll see you later.